And also, it's good to have reference all the time because we don't know how to draw many things. There are many things we don't know how to draw, so we need them.
That might be a cause of art blocks, right? No, having.
Yeah, actually, yes, it does relate to art blocks a lot, especially if you don't have like a clear idea what to do with a piece of illustration or art or concept art. You can have an art block because you don't know what to do, and sometimes that's why I was saying that having too many references also brings you with art blocks because you have so many and you don't know what to do with so many references. So you need to like from I don't know like 50 references, you have to cut in half or maybe use just um, 1/3 of those references. Pick a few only. Like a few for the background, a few for the character, I don't know. But limit yourself because too many options, it could be bad. It depends. It depends. In some cases, I try to use a few references. Like for example here, maybe you can see that they are too many, but to me are very few. Like for the colors, I just choose the 3 pictures from Nathan Fawkes. Well, this one is not from Nathan Fawkes. For the characters, like just as inspiration, because I wasn't doing this more vectorial kind of art. I wasn't doing that, but I wanted to just have it there for inspiration. And I have 4 images. And for the background that I'm doing right now, I just have 2 references from Beatrice Blue and maybe a little bit of Nathan Fawkes. And for the characters, well, just a couple of pictures, and that's all. I don't need anything else. Maybe if I want to add something more to enhance the design, I will add more reference. But to me, for this particular picture drawing, I'm just going to use a few of them. I don't need that many. So it depends. It depends a lot.
Yeah, but I guess the process is different for concept art as for a painting, because in a painting you have maybe more space for your own like shapes and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, in concept, I'm not a concept artist, of course, but what I've seen is that you need to come up with a huge amount of ideas, right?
Yeah.
And in order for you to come with different ideas, not like copy and maybe change a little shapey on the same
Yeah.
idea,
Exactly. Yeah.
you need to get a lot of references, right? So
Yeah.
that's why I think it's that way.
Yep. That is true. You're right about that. You need for concept art many references. Otherwise, like you were saying, you came up with just the same idea over and over, and you have to stop doing that because you need concept art. Yes, it's different from illustration because you need to create many ideas, different ideas, variations of ideas. But in that case, instead of having a few reference, what you are going to have is just a couple of like how to say like ah what is the word for the let's say guidance guide, okay, a guide, not too complicated anything. And for example, yeah, So you have many reference, but all of those reference have like a guide. They say, for example, do a background and has to be a jungle, and is in the 90s, and is from Mexico, and you have like presence of gods from the Maya mythology. So you have a few words only. You can have like many references to get that idea, but all of those references are based on that premise and that guide, basically. And then you can have a lot of them, but they had to be in this range. Because if you don't have that, then you can have many references, but very different from each other. Like, for example, you want to do, I don't know, a futuristic character. But you are searching like, and I don't know, say a random thing. You're searching. You're searching for. It has to be the hour. I don't. My mind is like not working right now. You're searching for beer. Okay, let's say beer.
You want beer, that's why you wrote it down.
Okay, yeah, you're searching beer. It's like there's nothing to do with that. Maybe that character drinks beer. Maybe you are doing like a bar, a futuristic bar, but what you have to focus is in the futuristic character, not in the bar. Like, you can do this kind of exercise where you have, okay, entonces, again, futuristic character. And you need to focus on this. So the reference that you gather has to focus on futuristic character. So you have A, references A, but then you want to search for a cat. Then you want to search for a beer. Or maybe you are watching anime and you're searching for, I don't know, Shingeki no Kyojin or something else, Dragon Ball. Your mind is thinking about this thing, but they are not related to this. So what is going to happen? Your references, everything will become B and not A. And that's bad. In this case, that's bad. Now, you can, if you are doing a futuristic character, you can search for example, fashion design. Because this character has, I don't know, a cape and who knows? He's fancy. So you search for fashion. Maybe you want to add like a very characteristic, let's say a very characteristic aesthetic to this character. So you want to combine fashion with pirates. So you want to combine these two things. Now, pirates were from a different era. They are not from a futuristic era. But what you can do is to add some aesthetics for the pirates and add them to this character. But for example, the clothing of a pirate, make it with futuristic materials, like modern materials. That's something new. And you make it more futuristic, or at least more modern, a clothing, a pirate clothing, but with futuristic materials. And also maybe you want to, this guy has like a robot hand. Let's imagine that's a robot hand. And you are running out of ideas, like, because if you search for robot hand, let's say on Pinterest, so you go here and you search robot hand, you're going to find very similar things, very similar all over the place. But you want something original, very different from what the reference that you are seeing here. So maybe let's grab just a couple of those images. I'm going to do the exercise. I'm going to copy a couple. I'm going to bring them here. Okay, so I have one reference for my robot hand. I want to add more. I like this thing. This is very cool. And it's very original. So I want to add that. Because this is very different. But I have to conserve the pirate theme. So I'm going to search for pirates. And okay, I'm going to search for this one. Okay, so I have the clothing for the pirates, I have the hand. I can combine this aesthetic and put it in his clothes, or the other way around. Maybe, for example, this let's use another color. This how to say, this designs on the clothing. And maybe this doesn't look very detailed. Maybe we can search for another reference. Or let's copy just this part here. So we have more details on the clothing. You can add this to the hand. So you are doing the hand. I'm just going to copy the same one that I'm looking here, or maybe not just the same one, but the same idea. So you're doing the hand, okay. And you want to add that. So you want to, maybe this hand has those designs, and that will make it different from what you're seeing here, from what you're seeing on Pinterest. And about the clothing, yeah, it's very cool, the aesthetic, the clothing. We can use the shapes of the clothing, the internal design, these things, but the material will be different. I was saying about fashion design, so we are going to say, I have here I have a fashion, like here. No, not this one. This one. Futuristic fashion. So what about using this texture, this material, into this aesthetic, this shape? So I'm already combining a lot of different things. The material of this jacket, putting in the shapes of this jacket, and also the futuristic hand. I will use this, I will use this, and I will use the design on the clothing, and I'm going to add it to the hand. So I will make a very different hand, which it will look more from this age, but at the same time more modern or futuristic. So right now I have a bunch of different reference, and the premise, la premisa, was futuristic character. So I'm not thinking about a cat, I'm not thinking about beer, I'm not thinking about Dragon Ball. I'm thinking about what things will be served to this this premise. Is premise? Oh, let me search. My bad English. Premise, yeah. No, po. Whatever.
Yeah, it's premise.
Yeah, you get the idea, yeah?
Yeah, I think the word is premise, but I don't know if that's the
Premise,
pronunciation.
yeah. Me neither. What is this?
I was going to tell you about PureRef. I don't know if you have heard of it, but since I know it, like reference hunting and reference searching and mood boarding has been so much easier for me because as you have like the stream on top, you can also have like this program on top of everything. So you go searching web wide and just drag and drop any image you find, and the program just save it. And then you just press one combination of keys, Control and P, and it like organize your stuff as it were as it was be a mood board designed by some design.
Ooh.
And it's for free. You don't have to pay anything.
Cool. I want that.
Yeah, that's great stuff.
Yeah. Well, what I do, I just grab reference and I put them outside of the canvas, like I'm doing here.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a way to use reference. And we were talking about art blocks. So one way to avoid art blocks is to, we were saying, reference. Oh, my pencil is too little. Reference. Important. And it depends on the project or what. Oh shit, what I did. No! No, my notes. Well, I'm going to write it again. Oh, here. What you want. So it could be a lot or a few. Okay, so reference, what else? Sometimes you don't want to draw at all. And you have like a, I don't know if that is related to art block, like you don't want to draw, Like you don't have inspiration. Don't search for inspiration. That's a very important one. I mean, not don't wait. Wait for inspiration. That's bullshit.
That's
Bullshit.
kind of like the motivational part, right?
Yeah.
Inspiration and motivation, it's kind of
Yeah.
the same thing, right?
Yeah. Only drawing when you have inspiration. You are going to draw
Mhm.
like twice a month if you do that.
Yeah,
You have to instead
you
search.
have to wait until the planets align so you got inspiration.
Yeah, don't
And it's
wait
not.
until that moment until there is an eclipse. No, don't wait for it. You have to search for it. And all the time, like very active. You have to be very active with that. And what do I mean with it? If you don't have any idea what to do, you are looking at blank canvas, and that's very intimidating. Like, what do I do? There is a blank canvas in front of me. You can start drawing anything. Like, I don't know. Okay, this is too bad. I'm going to, I don't know, I haven't drawn anatomy in a long time, so I'm going to draw anatomy. I'm going to study anatomy. Okay, but I have done anatomy a long time. I want to do something original, something for myself, but I don't have any ideas. Maybe I want to draw like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm having an art block. I don't know what to draw. Well, like we were saying, don't wait for inspiration, search for inspiration. So you just go here to Pinterest, and oh, this is kind of cool. Okay, I'm going to grab this. I like it. I like his jacket, the pants. This is very, very interesting. But I don't want to copy that. Like, I will have it just for inspiration. Okay, by the way, I'm going to save it because it's very cool. And da 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 da. Oh, this is so cute, like a cat, and I'm going to grab it. Okay, so far, I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to search for something else. Oh, sorry. And da, 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 da. Oh, this is cool. I'm going to leave it here. What about if I drew like a cat and she has like this cape and this cape is from this material, so will be yellow also. So I'm going to make yellow. I already have an idea. That's it. I already have an idea of what to do. Maybe it's not the best idea in the world, but I have something to draw. Maybe this can evolve to something else, or maybe not, and you're just going to move on. Move on or keep going. If you want to keep going, then you have to think like, okay, this cat has a cape, is from the future, maybe, I don't know, it could be. I like the idea of this cat having a partner, but I don't want him to be a bear, a beer. It could be something else, like, and then you can just think about things. And if you don't like the idea, you can move on and do the same thing, like search for reference. Or maybe you are seeing like a movie. You just saw How to Train Your Dragon 1, 2, and 3, and you are so inspired by the movie, you want to do Viking stuff. Then you start drawing Viking stuff. But then you realize, okay, maybe I'm doing too much Viking stuff. I'm feeling bored with that idea. I mean, there are a lot of drawings with Vikings, right? Maybe I can combine. Oh, let's do another Viking with this kind of material in the clothes. Or maybe no, I don't want to make it a Viking, a futuristic Viking. I want to make a steampunk Viking. And then you search for steampunk. Steampunk. Yeah, I want to do a Viking with this kind of clothing. And that you will never have art blocks anymore because you are always having ideas over and over and over and again, just combining things that you are seeing. Your brain needs, it's like food, right? Food. Your body needs vitamins and stuff, needs food. Your brain needs food, but of course we are talking about reference, inspiration, things that you are seeing. You need information, needs information. Information is the food to the brain. Information is reference, is stories, is movies, is everything. So by doing that and to be actively searching for that, you will always going to have something to draw. It could be very like, this cat doesn't mean anything, so it could be very like random. And it's fine. It's like, yeah, it's fine to do random stuff. Not all the things that you are drawing has to be the most awesome idea in the world. Because if you wait to have an awesome idea, you are going to wait 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, and you are never going to draw. Ideas comes with action. Maybe there's another word for it. Like, ideas come with work.
Yeah, somebody, I mean, I think it was Luca, dropped a quote from Picasso that it's inspiration does exist, but it must find you working.
Yeah. That's a very cool quote. Inspiration doesn't exist, but it must find you working. Exactly. Why you're crying? People having fun in the stream without me. We're so sorry, Raskan. And actually, this video that you sent is very good. I love this video. Automatic drawing. That's I'm going to automatic drawing. Of course, we recommend you guys seeing that video, which it will be self-explanatory, because what is the name of this artist?
He's supposed to be like this Mobius apprentice.
Yeah, it was a Mobius apprentice. Yes.
I don't remember.
So
no, I don't remember.
Yeah. So watch the video. But what he was talking is that yes, he was apprentice from Mobius, and what Mobius was doing when he was drawing. He was doing this. He was just drawing scribbles. How to say, like stuff
Like
without
doodle.
doodles. Yeah, doodles. And why he did that? Because when you do this, you are not thinking about having the most awesome idea, the most powerful drawing in the entire universe. You are just relaxing. Your mind is becoming more creative because your mind is not thinking about making perfect shapes or anything. It's just having fun drawing, like you were when you were a kid. You wasn't thinking about doing a perfect drawing. You were you were you were oh my god, you were just doing doodles on the pages, and you can do this like in the first couple of minutes before actually drawing, and then you go back to searching for reference. And right now I'm thinking, okay, I want to do one of these doodles in my cat clothes, like maybe a flower, I don't know. It could be Chinese or maybe Japanese, and then I'm going to Pinterest, I'm going to search Japanese. No, that's too common. Chinese, no, that's too common also.
Cantonese.
How do I write that?
Cantose. No, con C al inicio. Cantonese.
Canton.
It's like the Chinese they speak in Hong Kong.
Cantonese?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I don't want to
Well,
search for
I
food.
think it's what?
I'm having
Never
hungry
mind.
right now. Okay, let's go
Yeah,
with
that's good.
Mongolian. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry too.
Yeah. Don't, but no, don't. I don't want food. Chinese. Oh my god. Clothing.
Maybe try with a tag. Well,
Yeah, okay, this. Oh, Cantonese. No? Oh. Okay. I like this. So because I was doing automatic drawing without meaning, without anything, I was just free in my mind. I got the idea of drawing the same thing to the clothing of the cat, but now I'm going to add Cantonese aesthetic to the cat. So see, now I'm having a bunch of ideas to this cat, and maybe this cat is going to be a superhero, or maybe something else. Who knows? But yeah, there are many ways in the end to avoid having art blocks. It's very crucial to search for inspiration. Don't wait for it. It's very crucial to in the beginning, if you feel like very tense or not creative, do this kind of exercise, automatic drawing. Wait, I can grab it. Okay. Do automatic drawing so you don't feel like stress anymore. Actually, every time I'm going to draw, I do this kind of stuff. Every time I try to study, for example, anatomy, I first do this kind of stuff Because what is anatomy? It's just a bunch of 3D forms, 3D shapes. It's just that. That is the leg. Okay, anyway. Yeah, do that. I'm going to search. Cantonese looks so delicious. Yeah, I'm having, like, I want to eat right now. What else? Very important.
Yeah,
Also, oh no, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. I was asking in the general chat, what did they do when they had this art? And I think the term art block is so like wide, so general because it could mean you don't know what to draw, but it could also mean that you left a piece mid term without like
Oh
finishing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, or you could like know what to draw, but as frustration comes, you get blocked because you're not getting like what you expect or what you see in your mind. And people over there like oh, they told me that they had that, for example, this sketchbook that they labeled as trash, trash doodles, so they don't mind being scribbles and they don't mind being doodles.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those kind of stuff. I might have something more to say about that, but yeah, I don't know your take on it.
Um, yeah, if you have the habit of having a sketchbook with you around and you just do a bunch of doodles and sketches without meaning or anything, that's okay. Yeah, it's not like you have to finish every drawing that you do. But if you are making a drawing, let's say a composition, like running out of composition ideas. Uh, 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 okay, a person here, done. And then you are painting this, but then you leave it. Like, you don't want to finish. You have to ask yourself why you don't finish your drawings. It's because you really don't want to do it, or maybe you just want to move to the next one, and in the next one you don't finish either, and then you move to the next one and that one you don't finish either. It's like that's not good habit to have. If you don't want to finish something, you need to have a really good
Mhm.
reason to not finish something.
You know what? One of those other videos I share from Broco's podcast,
Mm-hmm.
they tackle that as an fear problem, the fear
Yes.
of failure.
Yes.
Kind of what we talking the other day about like the imposter syndrome and stuff. So yeah, uh, this is one of the things I get from that video. That whenever you are like treating yourself or your work as only masterpieces and they need to be only masterpieces, you don't allow yourself from failure,
Mm-hmm.
and failure is what actually teaches you. So yeah, they say that whenever you don't finish a piece is because you don't want to see the issues in the house.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There is one reason. There is fear of. wanting to make something, like you were saying, something very good, and you are not having like maybe a good day and your drawing sucks a little bit, so that drawing doesn't look that cool in like in your head looks. um, but you need to give your drawings time to develop first. Okay, so first, not first, that one. First you need to low your expect expectations. Don't think about it like you have to do the most amazing drawing in the universe. Lower your expectations. My English is so bad right now. And then, um, and then, oh, I forgot. And then, you need to give your drawings time, especially the ones that you are doing for yourself. The ones you are drawing, the ones for yourself. Of course, if you are working, you don't have too much time to waste. You need to make progress fast. But if you're doing something for yourself, you have plenty of time. So give your drawings time. So what do I mean with that? If this drawing is not looking good right now, okay, take your time, leave it, spend some time doing another drawing, or maybe just go for a couple of coffee, but then go back to this drawing and try to think about what is not working with this. Maybe it's the composition, the 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 cloud I'm doing here is not working very well, so I have to change that. Maybe the face, the clothing, I have to change that. And then maybe you do those changes and you still don't like it. Well, leave it again, go for another coffee, go to eat Cantonese food, or maybe wait for the next day, and then go back to your drawing, and you are going to see it with fresh eyes. So that will be easier for you to look all the errors that are in your drawing. And maybe you are going to have new ideas. It's very common that you go to the shower, and in the shower you have ideas, new ideas. Why? Because you are not thinking about your drawing, you're just thinking about something else. What you are doing is this, like automatic thinking. Your brain is just having a creative state of mind, and that's why you came with new ideas when you are not thinking about it. So you say, okay, maybe I'm going to change a little bit the composition. I have an idea of this character being Viking because I saw How to Train Your Dragon and I felt like I need to add Viking. I'm going to change the character. And you do those changes. You ask for, that's a very important thing also. Ask for help, feedback. Ask
Yeah.
for feedback. Not everything you have to resolve it from yourself. Ask feedback. Someone else is going to see your drawing and is going to immediately see what is wrong and what is working. And it's going to tell you, this is not working because of this, because of the grass, I don't know. And you have the idea of the Viking and changing the clouds and everything. Okay, so maybe this drawing is going to take you like 4 days in total. Again, this is personal work. If you are doing a job, maybe you won't have 4 days to do it. But in personal work, yes, you have all the time in the world to do it. So maybe it's going to take you 4 days to do this drawing. And in the 5th day, it's done. You like it, you post it, good to go. To go. But it's not like on the first day or even the second day has to look perfect. That's why you have to lower your expectations. Don't expect that drawing to be the most amazing drawing. Don't expect to do the idea in your head right away. It's going to take time because you need knowledge. Maybe you don't have the right knowledge to express what you have in your mind. You are a beginner. You need more tools. But don't feel like that will be like a restriction, so you shouldn't draw. Just see it as something to learn from. And for example, I have the example here. You have no idea how many times I have changed her face, her eyes, because I didn't like it. I was like, I don't like the eyes, I don't like the face, I don't know why, I just don't like it. And I drew like 10, 20 different eyes that all of them maybe looks the same or similar, but I had to change that a lot of times. I'm not going to give up on this drawing. It's not like, okay, the head is not working, I don't like the background, I'm going to do something else, bye bye. Don't do that. You have to be responsible for your child. Your drawings are your son, are your child. So you have to be responsible for that. If you want to take a week before going back to your drawing and finish it, okay, take 1 week, but finish your drawing. Don't let that drawing be there, because you are not going to learn so much if you don't finish your drawing. It's like going on a marathon. I'm not going to again. Okay, I'm going to save just in case. It's like running a marathon. You don't know how much you're going to resist if you don't try to go to the. If you don't try to finish the marathon. If you give up like in 5 minutes because you feel just a little bit tired, that's dumb. Like, try to finish the marathon, and then you will realize that you could do it. And also maybe there are a couple of lessons that you're going to apply next time that you run in the next marathon. So finish your marathon. That is very important. You are going to learn so many things if you finish your drawings. If you don't finish your drawing, you are not going to learn anything. Maybe a little. And it's going to take you like 5 years, 10 years before you get to the industry with a good skill level, just because you're not finishing anything that you do. And also, maybe you don't want to do render stuff, like very realistic stuff, but if you try to do more render stuff, if you try to add more textures, more shapes and anything, then you will also learn how to develop one piece to the finish line in a very professional and finished state. And it's not like you're going to do sketchy stuff all the time. Some people like to do sketchy stuff. That's fine, because you can have a good ideas very fast. But you need to learn to finish your drawings in one point of the time, because when you have jobs, in the job the art director tells you, okay, I need a lot of ideas for this concept that we are working on. Give me some sketches, give me some concept art, not finished concept art, but just give me ideas. And yeah, you send like some doodles, some thumbnails, and etc. But then the art director tells you, okay, I think we are going to the a good path, but now I want to see this piece that you did yesterday, but I need you to take it to the finished state. What is going to happen if you have never finished a drawing before? That will be so hard to do, and maybe you are not going to do it, and the art director will tell you like, what is happening right here? I was telling you, finish your concept art. I want it finished. Why is it is not finished? It's going to ask you because of that. So you need to learn to finish your drawing. I said it like 10 times, 20 times already, but it's very important.
Yeah, I have a couple of things. If maybe nobody else has something to say, because I feel like I'm being too talkative. But well,
Yeah,
if
don't be
that's the
shy, people.
case,
Talk. But go ahead.
yeah, that's the better advantage of being here in Discord. So yeah, if I'll wait a moment. Well, I guess yeah. I guess I'll just say it. I'm having issues with your example about the marathon because you should train. Of course, you should train
Mm-hmm.
to get in the marathon. So
Yep.
I mean, the example is if you trained for a marathon, you should be able to finish it, right? But you
Kind
need
of.
to start like finishing kind of, yeah. You should be able to finish in like 1 kilometer of running first, and then 2 kilometers, and then 10, and eventually you will get 42. That is a marathon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I wanted, having issues, or I wanted to mention something is that you need to learn first to love the study process, because if you only want to do like masterpieces or like finishing pieces without getting to run first 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, you will encounter more probably art blocks. That has happened to me before. So yeah.
Yeah, Luca was asking, this is an
Right.
important question. Sorry if I leave it here, but it's just for me to make it easier for me. What if I see that I'm not skilled that skill, then I do studies again, then I don't know how, but I can go back to drawing. But first, and something that you were saying also, what is your real name?
Andres.
Andres. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Andres. Yeah, you need the skills. Okay, there are 3 ways to study. I mean, why? I don't know why. Why happens? Okay, there are 3 ways of, let's say, learning. First, you need to study from life. Study from master's reference. And then apply from imagination. So these 3 things has to be in balance. Because if you do only studies from masters, from figure drawing, or from life even, but you're not doing anything from your imagination, you are not going to apply what you are learning. And so you are just copying. Don't try to just copy what you are studying. Try to memorize, try to integrate what you are seeing, what you are studying into your own knowledge. So when you do something from your imagination, you are going to apply that knowledge. Now, when you're not skilled, not that skilled, and then you do studies, and then you want to go back to drawing, but I can't go back to drawing. Okay, maybe because you are doing, let's say, an idea. Damn it. Okay, let's bring the cat again. Little cat, little cat. Why? I hate Photoshop. Okay, this is not cooperating with me. Okay, fuck the cat. I'm doing a cat. The same cat. The cat. The superhero cat. And of course, I'm not that skilled. I don't know how to draw cats. So it looks very weird. I don't know how to draw the face. So I go to study. And then I draw a bunch of cats. I don't draw cats, so I don't know how to draw cats. But you draw many cats, kitty cats. That's a dog. What the fuck? And then you draw a lot of capes because that cat has a cape. And you draw a lot of costume design. And you are studying a lot of that. And then you go back to your drawing, and then, oh shit, I forget what was the idea. What should I do now? I mean, I can apply what I have learned into this drawing, but now I don't know where to go because I forget. Well, you have to go back to the same process that got you to this cat in the beginning. Do some automatic drawing, search for more reference, maybe see a movie. This cat is going to be a superhero. See a short film about a superhero, or maybe you have a superhero in your mind. You have Superman, and then your brain is going to go back to that creative state of mind, because when you are in a creative state of mind, then you stop and then you go to study. Your brain is not creative anymore. It's just grabbing information and adding it to the brain. And then you go back to your drawing. You are not in a creative state of mind, so it's going to be difficult for you maybe to go back to that. So you need to do the same exercise that got you to that state of mind in the beginning. So you replicate that, but now with new information, because your brain is going to realize, okay, the kind of clothing that I was studying right here an hour ago, now is going to think very creative how to apply this to the cape of the cat. Maybe the anatomy and the other stuff that I was studying from this cat, dog, I'm going to apply that to this design. I don't know if that answered the question, or maybe I just read it wrong, but that's what I was thinking about. Like, try to always go back to a creative state of mind, especially after you study, because when you are studying, your brain is not creative. It's just grabbing information. I'm going to see the chat and pretend that I answered the question. But yeah. And Luca, by the way, you can write here if it was helpful what I said, or maybe your question was another one. But yeah, try to go back to the creative state of mind. Finish that cat. Very important. Study. These three things are like a loop. So you study, apply, you get stuck, oh god damn it again. You have an art block, go back to study. Then apply, maybe there is an art block, go back to study. Apply, go back and go back again and again and again and again. Maybe not an art block, maybe think what is what you are getting stuck, what you need to learn, and then you go to study, apply, then again think, what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong, I need more knowledge, study, apply, I need more knowledge, and where I need to draw better ears, I don't know how to draw the ears of the cat, think, study, apply, again and again and again and again. So just because you are not skilled enough in the beginning doesn't mean that you can't draw original work and try your best to make it look good, because you can do this process again and again. When you get stuck and then you realize that, okay, I don't have enough skill and I'm just going to give up, and you get frustrated when you don't think what is wrong with my piece, with my drawing, and then you don't study, and then you don't apply what you are studying. You are just focusing on this drawing, how bad it looks, how bad I am, how little I know. Me. Don't think about that. Try to be like a scientist. It's the scientific method. Use the scientific method in your drawing. Stop thinking that it's not good enough. Why is not good enough? Oh, okay, the anatomy again. Okay, I'm thinking about the anatomy. Study, apply. Okay, I just said it too many times, but do that.
Yeah, there's another question.
Any tips for avoiding burnout? I feel like that's an aspect I personally struggle with occasionally. Well, this loop, it can give you like a very strong burnout. Like I'm applying, I'm thinking, I'm studying, applying, thinking, and studying. Rest. Leave it. Draw next day. Or maybe do another drawing if you want to. The other day we were talking about how to stay motivated and how to study or draw like 10 hours, but don't feel like it's a hard work to do it. Don't overdo it. Like study 10 hours, draw 10 hours a day, but different topics. If you are drawing the cat only, do a dog now. Or draw something else. Or do automatic drawing if you want to draw 10 hours. Otherwise, just leave it. or have a nap, rest, play video games, go outside, take care about the COVID, but go outside. Um, yeah, don't overdo it. Be patient. It's very important. We were talking about that in the previous live stream, but I'm going to repeat it again. Patience. Be patient. Progress takes time. The amount of effort that you put on is going to reduce the time, but it will take time anyway. It's not like you're going to improve in 1 year. Some people do. Maybe they have superpowers. Who knows? Don't focus on them. Focus in your own progress. Don't focus in this person who in 2 years of drawing got into Pixar and he is 19 years old. Good for him. I congrats him. That's very nice. I'm happy. Go back to your own progress. Don't compare yourself to others. Maybe you are the kind of person that it's going to take you not 2 years, but 8 years. Who the fuck cares? It's going to take 8 years, 2 years. What's the difference? More years. But you are going to get there anyway. Your car will be slower than this car. Who cares? Be patient. In the meantime, you have 8 years. You can do so much in 8 years. Maybe you can, besides of just drawing, you can do like go to explore a new sport in your life, like going in a bicycle, or maybe you are playing guitar, or maybe you are doing volunteer work and you're helping others, or maybe you are um, making some classes for other people, or maybe you are, who knows, all of these experiences that you're going to have in 8 years are going to improve your are going to improve you as a person, and your art is going to improve by this, by the experience that you have in that time. So when you get into, if you want to get into Pixar, it could be anything, but by the time that you get into Pixar, you are not just going to have a good skill that will help to the team for a specific project. Your view of life will be different, and it's going to contribute maybe to a Pixar project. Maybe you are uh, from Mexico and you want to do a movie about Mexico culture and the things that you have lived. They did that, Daniel Arriaga. One of the artists of Pixar, he is Mexican, so he added a lot to the movie because of his background, because of the things that he has lived, because of his family. This kid, I'm not going to judge, but this kid, I mean, this teenager, that he's 90 years old, in 2 years got into Pixar, didn't have the chance that you had to live other stuff. So his view of life will be different from your view of life. So focus on your own progress. Don't focus in others.
Yeah, I want to interrupt because I think it's appropriate.
Yeah.
You gotta be really honest with yourself. You cannot lie in these situations because what I find in my personal take is that I was just looking for inspiration or something, or just relaxing because I thought I burned out by drawing 1 hour or 2 hours, right? So you gotta be honest. I mean, everyone's car is different,
Mm-hmm.
but you gotta be honest if yours is taking you to the right direction, right? If not, you will hit a wall, most probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's some personal advice I give people. I don't know.
Yeah. Thanks. And yeah, we all can aportar. We can all. I
Mm.
hate English. Contribute knowledge with to each other. We can all help each other. Right now, I'm talking like all the time in other live stream. Some other people talk more than me, and they have a lot to contribute to the conversation. Andres is contributing to the conversation, so it doesn't depend on if you are on Pixar already or not, if it's going to take you more time or not. You can always contribute something to other people, and yeah, be honest with yourself also when what Andres was saying. And yeah, I think that's all we have to say about this topic for now. Art blocks. It's a very huge topic. And yeah, so I'm going to search for another question maybe, and that will be all. I think it's very valuable to bring up that life experience are super important in working an art job too, not just skills. Yes, 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 yes. Because who knows? Maybe you are not an artist. Maybe you work in other stuff. And what you learn and what you live in that other kind of job, if you want to switch careers, if you want to switch to concept art, you can bring something that you have learned there to concept art. For example, I had a friend many years ago. He studied, well, he didn't study medicine, but I don't remember why. He went to some of the classes of medicine, and they teach him how the body works, and they uh, take him to the morgue to see dead people, and they showed him all the bodies and the muscles and everything, real muscle, real bodies, dead bodies, and he was taking notes about all of that. And he's an animator, and he teach figure drawing classes. And what he learned from that experience, of course, he's going to bring it to the figure drawing classes and to his knowledge of animator, because he have seen real muscles, real bones from real people. So all of the things that you learn, that you live, that you experience in life, regardless is art related or not, are going to contribute to your art, to your personal journey. Everything, even the bad times, even if you went to drugs, even if you had depression for 5 years, even if you have bad parents, even if you are poor and you have no money for anything, all of that experience is going to shape you as a person, and it's going to contribute to the kind of life that you want and the kind of person you want to become. So everything is going to be useful. You can learn from all of the experiences that you have in your life. So don't blame yourself for living a bad situation. You can learn from that situation. You can later in your life do a movie from that experience. And it won't be something like, oh no, I lived that and I feel so bad. It won't be like that. It will be like, I use it to do this movie, and now this movie is gaining some prizes because it's inspiring other people that are living in the same situation. So use everything that you have lived, experienced, seen, everything. And with that, I'm going to finish the live stream.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I wish I've been here like when I got my big artwork presented my thesis. It would be so much helpful.
Well, you are here now, so.
Yeah. But I think now I have like more clear ideas about life and stuff.
Cool.
So
Cool.
yeah,
I'm glad.
I wish people here that have issues maybe got all that you were saying and all that you were like implying, because it's not only working for art, as you said, it's life itself. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not all about just art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, people. Thank you so much for joining to the live stream. This is pre-record, so I'm going to upload it to my YouTube channel. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow will be better. So yeah, bye bye. Take care. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Yeah, take care, Andres. Take care, everyone.
Okay. Take care, Oscar. Goodbye.